Welcome to buildingblocks.tv. I'm Christopher Wells. Today we'll talk about two things, a tip for your restaurant and a trend that's happening in the restaurant industry. The tip today is know when to say no. Tell you a quick story. I worked as a server for many years. I worked in this really nice restaurant. Tuesday night, big patio night in the summer. Used to have a mussels evening. Okay, all you can eat mussels. You know, French fry and 7 flavors. The best night of the week to work. Money-wise, fun-wise, it was a fantastic evening to work. One evening, instead of our regular crowd, people kept coming in and in and in. And I say regular crowd, it wasn't the same people, but 20, 30 tables every week, 50, 60, 70 tables, 2 servers, 1 manager that couldn't serve. And at one point, just couldn't keep up, right? It's just too many people. We're not prepared for that. It's 3 times what we usually do. And I told him, you need to stop sitting people down. We cannot keep up right now. We're going to ruin all these tables. No. And in his mind, we're going to lose money. And he told me after the fact, Chris, I'm sorry. I just saw the money that we would lose if we didn't sit them down. I didn't want, it's a new manager. I didn't want the boss. I said, yeah, but we ruined more than we took care of. And what happened is they ran out of mussels because we served 3 times as many people. Now, even the people that are already eating, if you run out of mussels and you can't serve them what they're paid for, all you can eat, are not going to want to pay because it's all you can eat. Now you have other people that haven't been served and you run out of the item they ordered 35 minutes ago, they're not happy. Plus there's tables sitting down for a while whose order you maybe haven't even taken that you have to go say, I'm sorry, we don't have any more of that product that you came in to eat. Total fiasco. That manager asked a client that was there that used to work for him if he could help us. Bad move also, okay? This guy didn't even know where the spoons were. Couldn't take an order, didn't know the menu, didn't know the wine list, didn't know the bar, didn't know nothing. Could in no way help us. So you need to know when to say no. If it seems like you're gonna piss off more people than you're gonna make happy, listen, your only goal is to have a great experience for people who come in. People don't come in to survive into your restaurant. They could do that at home with peanut butter and an old can of tuna, okay? Or whatever. That's disgusting, peanut butter and tuna, but whatever they have in a cupboard, okay? You want them to come in to have an experience. That's why they show up at your restaurant. It's everything, the decor, the service, the music, the food. This is why they show up. If you cannot provide that full experience, you might as well stop them at the door and say, listen, right now we can't give you the kind of service or experience that you used to or that we want to give you. Either make a wait list and say, listen, I don't even know if we'll be able to serve you, but we can make a wait list, invite you to wait at the bar if you have a bar, you understand? You need to have a reaction before it's too late. Once they've sat down and expected that experience, if you don't provide them with that, you've ruined their time at your restaurant. So you need to have a reaction. You better say, listen guys, I'd like to invite you. You know what? Next time you come in, I'll buy you a drink. Sorry for you coming. So you need to have a reaction. When something doesn't happen, don't just let it go. And hope or pray. Hope and pray is good for church. And if in your business, you need to have a reaction and know that you impact that situation properly and you react on it. Don't let If the shit hits the fan, well, don't let the fan keep going because the shit's gonna get everywhere, okay? Yeah, sorry, that was a really bad image. You need to have a reaction on that. So when it doesn't seem right and you can't give that experience, remember that you need to have a reaction and act on it. The trend for today, wine flights or flights in general. People are loving these things right now. Wine flights, beer flights, scotch flights, gin flights, vodka flights, dessert wine flights, port flights, whatever you want. Take 4, ideally you can mix them up. You can do a red and white wine, let's say, but let's say you do a red one. Obviously try not to give them 4 of the same wine. Give them a little Pinot Noir, a little Merlot, a little Cabernet Sauvignon, a little Malbec. Mix it up, make it fun. Have your I'll be able to speak eventually. Make your servers knowledgeable enough that they can explain at least a few. Give them, if you have to give them, handwritten notes. But this wine is a bit more like this, and specific notes about each wine, so that when they present them, it becomes a bit of an experience for the guest. We're talking about the experience they have when they come to your place. Well, that in itself becomes an experience. Whether they're, full wine connoisseur or just starting out, it's such a fun thing to taste different things. And especially if they tell you I'm not really a connoisseur, they came from a light Burgundy Pinot Noir to a really hardcore Cabernet Sauvignon, and they'll start noticing, oh, now I see a difference in wine, because sometimes people are kind of unaware. They have it sporadically here and there. Obviously in the white wines, right? From also have fun with it. From a Pinot Grigio in Italy that's usually, you know, nice and crisp, to a nice round buttery Chardonnay from California. Two worlds apart. If you want people to, they tell you, I don't never see the difference in white wine. And here's the difference between white wines. Just the color is very different, and obviously the taste profile will be very different also. So you can have so much fun with that, but don't leave it at wine. You can do ports, right, from different tawnies that have different colors and aromas. It's a good way to educate your guests, and people, you know, customers and clients in restaurants are becoming more and more educated. You can, you know, follow that up, and they get very excited. Even with scotches, you can do different single malts, but you could also do different whiskeys, right? From a Tennessee whiskey or a bourbon to a rye to a single malt to a blend to a Irish whiskey. You know, just in the whiskey range, you can have a lot of fun and teach them the different things. From, you know, how a bourbon is made, or a Tennessee whiskey, or a rye, or what's the difference between those. It educates the clients. They feel special, especially about your place, because it's more than just eating and drinking. They learn so much. They have that interaction. You can do the same thing with regular alcohols, with gins from a with how many times can I say from gins. You take in a Hendrix, a Beefeater 24, and a Bombay Sapphire, and there's different aromas there, different, you know, herbs that are infused in them. People are getting more and more knowledgeable of that, and you can have a lot of fun with vodkas also. High-end vodkas, from a Belvedere to a Kettle One to Grey Goose, or Chopin also, which is made with potatoes. Lots of different flavors there, and people love to see that, and they're getting, you know, more and more interested in that. You can definitely sell that at a premium. Instead of a glass of wine for the same quantity on a wine flight, if you sell a glass of wine $10, you do a wine flight for 15. With scotches, you can talk 30, you know, 25, 30, 40 bucks. Same thing with different alcohols. There's definitely a lot of revenue potential there, so look into that. It's a really fun thing. You need to find your groove and how you prepare it, so that, you know, the bar or whoever's making the drinks can produce them properly. But it can definitely be something very fun to teach your clients and to pair with food also. So there's a world to discover there, but go out there. Good success. If you have any questions, you can leave comments right here on the blog, and you can write me at info@rbbsolutions.com. It'd be great to talk to you. Thank you very much for being here, and have a great day.